All right. It is Monday, March 16th. It's the day after the Oscars.
Oh,
it's a big day
yes,
here at The View.
it is.
And I'm here with the lovely Sunny Hostin. Hello,
Hi,
Sunny.
Brian. Well, let me address my voice.
All right,
first,
let's talk about
because
this because
I know
people are noticing.
People are noticing. I have some vocal cord nodules apparently on my voice. This started in December when I went away, and it was in a very arid place, very dry, and I didn't drink enough water. And apparently this is something that happens to singers, people that talk for a living, which is what I do.
Mm-hmm.
I've always done it, actually, even as an attorney. So I've seen one doctor who thought it was either surgery, a month or less of vocal rest, or maybe injections. So I don't like those answers.
No.
ChatGPT, where I have my MD, gave me similar advice.
Okay.
But one of the highlights is that when I do rest my voice, it gets better.
That's a good sign.
And so that is a good sign. I was at the New Edition concert with Summer Shake, one of our producers, and we were singing. I was singing badly off key, which is what I do. And that is why my voice today is even worse.
So this was not a weekend of vocal rest for you.
No, I also went to the opening of Martha Stewart's restaurant, the Bedford at Foxwoods Casino.
Yes.
And so I was chatting up a lot on Friday and Saturday.
All right, so how about
and
this?
then screaming while watching Michael B. Jordan win
Yeah.
on Sunday. So this is why it's worse today.
Okay, so as the doctor said, it hurts when I do this, then don't do that. What about maybe this weekend you don't talk?
I think I have a speaking engagement this weekend.
That's not good. All right. Well, at some point we'll have a vacation, and hopefully you'll be able to.
Yes,
I'm gonna.
Manny is setting me up with a second opinion, and so hopefully, ChatGPT MD is wrong, and the first doctor is wrong, and maybe there's like a throat coat thing that I can use.
Or special tea or
There's
something.
a tea that I can use and get rid of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's frustrating. I know. And I remember I had laryngitis for the first time in my life at the beginning of this year or last year, and it was unbelievable.
It hurts
I could not
to talk.
speak.
It hurts to talk.
It's really something else. All right. Well, let's go back to this concert because New Edition, they were our Christmas performance
I gotta
this
tell
year.
you, they've gotten buff.
Yeah?
They're good looking, man. I mean, Boyz II Men has really.
Boyz II Men were there too?
They've leveled up.
Oh,
and Toni
wow. Braxton,
she came out with wings. New Edition had all kinds of outfits.
This is a good show. This is a good show.
It's an incredible show.
I saw Boyz II Men once with TLC and Montel Jordan.
Oh,
that was amazing.
amazing.
And I was an intern at another show, and I used my intern abilities to get backstage. And Chili from TLC kissed me on the cheek. It was very exciting.
Gorgeous.
She's still gorgeous. Yeah, that was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So this is nostalgic for you, though, because I have here Bobby Brown was your first concert.
That was my first concert.
That's amazing.
I went with my college, one of my roommates, Kelly Kinsey from Harlem, and we had a jar in our apartment. We had an off-campus apartment. It was Bobby Brown Concert Fund. Because we were so broke, both of us. And so we would put whatever money, I had a lot of odd jobs in college. She had the same. We were putting ourselves out there to try to just get enough money. We got enough money to get the cheap seats. And we were sort of on a balcony, and he was singing Roni.
Oh.
Truth About a Roni. And then, there's a part where he asked if there were any tenderonis in the house. And I yelled, "I'm your tenderoni, Bobby!" So loud that he pointed to me in the crowd. And I was able to go downstairs and get close to the stage.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Also, why you can't speak now. But that's okay.
And Summer can attest to the fact that I also sang Tenderoni and screamed, "I'm your tenderoni," on Saturday.
Wow. All right. I wasn't doubting it, but there we are. Now, does it make you want to pinch yourself now when you're Sunny Hostin and you're in the room with someone like him that you loved as a kid?
It's weird. It was like a full circle moment. Sean, who has a wonderful podcast from Boyz II Men, reached out to me and wants me to be on his podcast.
Oh.
So we're talking about coming on the podcast. He knows I love music, and I love
I'd like to have Boyz II Men on the show, so get him here. That'd be great. That'd be fun.
Now we're text buddies.
Let's do it.
And he saw me in the audience. He pointed at me and sort of had this quizzical look on his face, like, what is Sunny Hostin doing, like, in the pit? We were, like, in the pit. It was like we weren't in a suite. We were in the pit.
That's where
like,
you should be.
Experience it, correct.
Exactly.
Experiencing it. And he actually texted me, and he was like, was that you in the I had to disguise a little bit on so that I could just kind of be in the pit and enjoy it. So I had a dark hat on, and I wore sort of like a leopard coat, which was probably like not a disguise.
Not a disguise. Yeah, I would think I would expect to see you in a leopard coat.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
And so Summer can attest that some people were like, is that Sunny?
I am a big Boyz II Men fan.
But he noticed me, and it was really, it's just weird. It's just a weird life. Right?
Oh, I love it.
It's kind of full circle.
Absolutely.
It was cool.
I go back a long time with Boyz II Men,
Oh,
East Coast
man.
family.
They can sing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Still. And then they brought the fourth one. Remember who?
Wanye?
No, the guy who sang bass.
Oh, yeah.
Mike. They brought him up. He has multiple
Yeah.
sclerosis, so he had to quit the band because of back pain, back spasms. But they brought him back.
Oh, that's amazing.
And for "I'll Make Love to You,"
Oh,
it was good, Brian.
that's amazing.
You gotta go.
All right, I got to go. I'm with you.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to the Oscars for a minute
Okay.
because that's where we started the show today. Were there any movies or actors that you were rooting for last night? I know you were predicting a Sinners sweep. It did not happen.
It didn't happen. I got to tell you, I think Sinners was like 4 out of 16 or something like that. I was wildly disappointed.
Some big ones, but yeah.
Big ones, but I was wildly disappointed. I thought that Ryan Coogler should have won Best Director. He's the best director of my lifetime, and I've had other people say the same thing in the movie business. He was so intentional about that film. That film was about Black culture and excellence and the Jim Crow South, and it was a horror film, but it was also about the Native Americans and Chinese immigrants. It just had so many layers. You know, we had Ken Burns, the famous documentarian, on our show today, and I think in many respects, Ryan Coogler is documenting history, and I felt that one battle after another just couldn't compete. It was sort of a movie, in my view, about the sexual exploitation of a Black woman and 2 white men fighting over her, and she filled with the stereotype of a Black mother leaving her child, which, if you look at the stats, Black mothers don't do that. Is that too heavy?
No, I think it's okay. I think it's an uneven playing field for what they call genre movies sometimes. And we were talking about this at the commercial break
I'm sorry,
today.
I don't agree, because K-pop Demon Hunter won for Best Song, which was a song that, I don't know, was that deserving over I Lied to You?
It was a big song.
From Sinners,
it was a big song this year,
K-pop
Golden.
song,
But
like
yeah.
Golden, like, I'm sorry, I don't buy the genre thing. I don't buy any of that.
I like the bold take. I think, listen, this is what the view's about. You're making strong takes.
I don't buy that it's
you'll
a
hear from
horror
people about, certainly.
That's fine. But I don't buy that it's a horror genre. So
Well, I just think that they very rarely reward that. That's when they should. Many times.
They rewarded a K-pop Demon
in
Hunter
animated and in song. Yes.
I'm talking about the song. Animation, I agreed with that. But for song, no. So it seems like genre rules apply sometimes, but they don't seem to apply other times.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Let's see what else.
So I was disappointed, but thrilled for cinematography for Sinners, thrilled for Best Score for Sinners, thrilled for
Screenplay.
Michael B. Jordan, and thrilled for original screenplay because Ryan did that. Some people will say that's a consolation prize because the real power is getting that director Oscar, but
he'll get there. I don't think there's any question Ryan's not gonna. He's going to win one 100%.
Correct.
It's like watching Spielberg early on.
I think so. He's going to get there. Wasn't Marty Scorsese someone that didn't get an Oscar for a bit?
It took him a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Spielberg too.
And Spielberg
didn't
too.
win till Schindler's List.
Yeah. So I think he'll get there.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it was a really interesting show, I thought.
It was wonderful.
And there was a lot of politics, as there often is,
Yeah.
but people feel still to this day in 2026 conflicted about using those moments for politics. And
I'm not conflicted at all about that.
yeah, I think that, I mean, you've always championed people speaking out and using their platforms in this way. You mentioned specifically the winner of Best International Film, Sentimental Value. Why was that?
Well, because he quoted James Baldwin, my favorite author, and he talks about the effects of politics and war on children, the innocents.
Yeah.
And it seems to me like so many people, proclaim to have family values and proclaim to want to protect the elderly and children, yet during times of war and other times when we should be sticking up for children and protecting children, it depends on what children are harmed when people choose to use their voices. I spent my career protecting children. I was a child sex crimes prosecutor. And I know people say, oh, she says that all the time. Well, but that's because that's very important to me. And it seems to me that the innocents are the ones that are affected the most by war. And so we've got this unconstitutional, illegal war in Iran that we're conducting with Israel, and 175 people, mainly young girls, were killed by this government, and we haven't even admitted it or apologized. And then also, you have so many Gazan young innocent children that were killed in that war, which continues to this day. We've stopped talking about it. And so when you have a Javier Bardem who gets up there and says, no more wars, or has a pin that says no more wars and says free Palestine, I think to whom much is given, much is required. And you use your voice when you have a platform as big as the Oscars or The View or anything else. And to be clear, I know that there are people that are unwilling to do that because they don't want to get political, and they don't want to use their voice because there are consequences. I've suffered consequences. I've lost jobs because of my views, but I will stand 10 toes down if I am giving voice to the voiceless. And I think that if you have a platform, you have a responsibility.
Do you differentiate it all from people that have strong feelings and don't share them, and people that aren't particularly engaged and don't have strong feelings, and that's why they're not political?
Sure. But I think it's quite a privilege in today's date
to not have an
opinion and not be political in the times that we are living in.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's quite the privilege to say, I'm not choosing sides.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not picking a team. I think that's a very simplistic way of looking at the world, and I think it's a very privileged way of looking at the world.
I can't argue with you.
I don't think I have a choice but to pick a side.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go from the
very serious
to the less so and the more sublime.
Okay.
Let's talk about fashion. You enjoy it so much.
Thank you, Brian.
We didn't get a chance to do it on the show today, but we always come to you for our
picks.
posts. Oh, you do?
I did.
All right. Who are the best dressed for you this year?
I chose the men this year.
That's new for you.
And I never do.
No.
I never choose the men. I thought the women were wearing black.
Mm-hmm.
They were wearing some shiny stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't inspiring. They were not interesting.
Ooh.
I thought Jacob Elordi looked fantastic. He had sort of this all black, wide lapel tuxedo. It was fantastic. I thought Pedro Pascal was fantastic. He had a white shirt on, no jacket, black slacks, and this poofy brooch.
Flower, yes.
It was sort of the year of the brooch for men, and
Okay.
I really, really enjoyed it. I'm going to give it to Timothée Chalamet, even though I know he's got a lot of flack. He too had a little brooch, but he was dressed in all white. I thought he looked terrific. He could have lost the glasses, the dark glasses on the red carpet, but gorgeous. Delroy Lindo, gorgeous. He had an ascot on, open collar, fantastic. Adrian Brody almost won the night for me because of his brooch. Check it out.
I gotta get a brooch.
Absolutely. Oh, I mean, Brian.
Look at that.
It was stunning. And I also like Shabuzi. He also had something that was interesting. It wasn't a brooch. I'm sorry, he too had a brooch, but and then he also had like a chain. And then, of course, it was Michael B. Jordan.
He just looked great.
Just
yeah,
killed
cool.
it. It was he just looked cool. He looked effortless.
There's those great. It's my favorite thing to see the videos of him at In and Out afterwards.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
even in a greasy
humility.
fast food place with his Oscar, he just looks so cool.
yeah, he's just cool, humble, stylish, fashionable.
So he's someone who comes on the show often and
does.
could just not be a nicer
He
guy.
always sends
Like,
us the best flowers.
Well, I've never gotten flowers, but he's just a hell of a nice guy. Happy to chat.
Yes, you know, he exchanged phone numbers with my son over their love of anime, and once in a while we'll text him some anime that he should watch.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's amazing.
Amazing.
He's like that guy.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to switch gears now and do a hot topic.
Okay.
All right. There was this story that kind of has your name on it, I think. Someone wrote an article about going to great lengths to plan a surprise trip for her husband.
Okay.
And it turns out that in the digital age, keeping something a secret is a full-time job.
Oh.
And especially when you're trying to hide it from your husband.
Correct.
What are some of the things that you've had to hide from Manny?
I hide purchases.
Yes. Has technology ever ratted you out?
Yes.
Explain.
So Manny, he's a techie, right? He's a tech guy. So he has booby-trapped the house, unbeknownst to me.
Respect.
A lot of cameras.
Yeah.
A lot of front door cameras. I thought it was just the Ring camera. So I was bringing things through the garage.
No, you got to have a garage camera.
But there's a garage camera,
Yeah.
unbeknownst to me. And there's also a back door camera.
All the entrances
And
have to be
all
cambered.
All of them. He sort of conspired with the ADT guy, and I've got cameras everywhere.
I'm sure it was for safety and not to spy on your purchasing.
I'm not sure because he asked me recently, why do I get so many packages?
Yes.
And I responded, what packages?
Yeah.
And
In my house, if there are no
He
packages,
knows.
the UPS driver knocks on the door to make sure everything's okay. They're concerned about us.
well, see, this is my thing. I like the Real. It's a sort of a consignment sort of shop.
Yeah.
I own stock in the Real. I believe in it. It's sustainable. What you're doing is you're upcycling. You're recycling clothing. So when I get tired of something, I bring it over to the Real, or they come and they pick it up. And then they sell it for me. I get a percentage of the sales.
Oh, that's great.
And then I get a site or store credit, and I buy someone else's used things.
That makes total sense.
So this is upcycling. This is recycling. This is sustainability. Most of my packages come from there. I think that is fine. I think it's good for the environment. I think it's good for me.
My wife's a big fan of the order a lot of things and return most of them.
I don't return things.
That's the thing. I don't think she does either. But that's what she explains to me, is that most of these are getting returned.
No,
but I'm
I
just
don't
trying lots of
return
stuff.
things.
Yes.
I upcycle.
Okay, upcycle.
Yes.
All right, I like it.
You like that?
Do you have
Manny
to,
doesn't.
Do you hide the purchases in the house?
Yes.
How's that going? Because you've moved. You used to have a quite
Yes.
palatial place.
Yes. This place isn't small, but it's smaller.
Yes.
So now I
I mean, the White House ballroom would be smaller than your old place, but yes.
so I break down the boxes and keep them in an area.
Okay. That has no cameras.
Yes. Now that I know where the cameras are.
I'm a big fan of the using technology to keep
spy?
an eye on things. Yeah, to spy. Yeah.
I
to spy.
like it when I do it. I don't like it when it's done to me.
I used to skip classes when I was in high school sometimes. I hope my children aren't listening to this.
Right.
And I know. It was a long time ago, but this was the 90s, and I was always on the edge of technology a little bit too.
Yes.
Like I was one of the first people to realize in my family that you could call remotely to the answering machine and erase messages that the attendance office
Oh,
left.
yes, you could do that.
So that was very big for me. I was always a little bit ahead of my father, but he did catch me because what he did was he put tape on the door to see whether I broke the seal and came home during the day.
I've done that.
Yeah, it's a good move.
I've done the tape thing.
It's a good move.
Gabriel figured that out.
Low tech.
Yeah, Gabriel figured that out early, but I figured my father used to do that to me, and so I tried to use that.
Yeah.
It worked briefly. But
I just have to
then
keep staying
it
ahead of
didn't.
my kids. That's all I got to figure out
Yeah,
how to do on the
yeah.
text front.
You may.
We'll do what I can. All right. And then you've also hidden livestock. I know this in the past.
I've hidden chickens in the laundry room.
But didn't you buy animals he had no idea you bought? Mm-hmm. Yeah, goats or something, or what was it?
No, the goats had to go back.
The goats had to go back. You returned the goats.
He felt the goats cross the line.
Did the real accept the goats? Did you upcycle the goats?
The goats are at a farm sanctuary. The Nigerian dwarf goats. It was a bridge too far.
All right. Well, yeah, it's important to set limits.
I can't believe you remember that.
Of course. No, that was big.
That was a bridge too far. I was going to make goat cheese from the milk. I mean, I had a purpose.
Yeah, of course.
I had a purpose.
Yeah.
But it was a bridge too far.
I understand.
And they were going to also eat the grass. So our bills were going to get lower from the
you wouldn't need as much landscaping.
We wouldn't.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Wasn't that good?
I think it was smart.
Manny
didn't go for it.
No. Because
Right.
they're messy, and apparently they're a little mean sometimes.
No.
They wouldn't have been mean to me.
No,
though.
I'm sure they would have been fine. Okay, I want to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
Kris Jenner was recently interviewed and talked about how her daughter Kylie spent every dime of the money that she made from their reality show to start her beauty business. It was a big risk that paid off and made her a billionaire. What's the biggest financial or career risk you've ever taken?
I left my job as a managing director at a risk consulting company where I led a team in Central America and South America of 200 people to take a job as a legal correspondent at CNN.
That was a big risk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got fired, I think a year later. Or they went in a different direction.
So when that happened, what was your head? Were you thinking you made a mistake? Were you thinking you shouldn't have given that other job up?
Wow. Yeah. I mean, listen, I got the job offer from CNN and I didn't understand how things work. You know, there was a change in management at CNN. So the folks that loved me and hired me, they got fired. And then the new people didn't like me as much. So they were like, she's getting paid too much money. But I was still getting paid. My bonus as a managing director was more than my salary at CNN.
Wow. So you took the risk because of what would make you happy, you thought?
Yeah, I had a journalism degree. And I thought, you know, at the time, CNN was sort of the gold standard in my mind. Mm-hmm. And I thought, my gosh, to get the opportunity to report for CNN is going to be really important. And it break down the law for people. And I just thought I would take a chance. And Manny had just started his business practice. We had just bought that huge house. We had 2 kids. And then I got this opportunity. And he went through his books and he was like, I can hold us down for 3 years. Try to make it. And I eventually made it. But if you consider this making it, but
I think most people would.
Yeah. But that first year was just I just took a chance on it. I missed practicing law. I missed being a managing director. It felt a little unserious at times. When I was working with Ali Velshi, I was like doing like some Wii demonstration. Like
I've seen that video.
Yeah, it felt a little unserious. But I think ultimately it was the right move.
How long after you left CNN did you land somewhere where you felt like you were back on your feet and this was going to work out?
Well, I went back to the law immediately. Mm-hmm. I think that I probably got back on my feet pretty quickly, actually. And then ultimately got pulled back into television journalism. Mm-hmm. But I got that. My mom told me education is the great equalizer.
Absolutely. Have the backup.
My degrees would help me, and they have.
Yeah. Yeah, and now you're a New York Times bestselling author.
I am.
Got a lot of irons in the fire now.
And I'm writing another book.
I know.
And my books are being made into a series with Amazon.
That's pretty great.
It's working out. You're going to like my new book.
Is it The Witches?
It's about the witches, the Yellow Coven.
I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Well, no genre problems when that movie comes out. All right.
Maybe Ryan Coogler can direct the film.
I like it.
I like that.
I like it. All right.
Ryan, if you're listening.
Well, I'm sure he'll see. Someone will point out this article. All right. Thank you for joining me today, Sonny. Tomorrow, I'll be back with Sarah Haynes. We've got a good show tomorrow. Sarah Michelle Gellar's on.
Which
I'm very excited about.
Yeah, she's got that campy kind of horror film.
Yeah, but they were supposed to bring back Buffy, and now they're not. And
they're not bringing Buffy back?
No.
Hulu, Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yes, Hulu changed their mind and is not picking up the pilot, so we have to ask her about that. I'm very, I know. I love Buffy.
Come on.
I'm a big Buffy stan. All right. Thank you for joining me. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. See you then.